Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the SKYSITE webinar. Today's webinar is a product demonstration of the newest features of SKYSITE, the leading construction app developed by ARC Document Solutions. SKYSITE is a cloud-based construction document management app that accelerates communication in construction. SKYSITE allows you to organize, view, markup, distribute, and share construction documents in real time from your mobile and desktop devices. Hello, everyone. My name is John Schatzman, and I'm the marketing manager for SKYSITE. And let me introduce to you today's presenter, James Mercado. Welcome, James.
Thanks, John.
SKYSITE Product Manager James Mercado, CCCA Lead AP BD+C certified, is a veteran product manager and document manager with large Silicon Valley-based construction and engineering firms. And he'll highlight today some of the tips and tricks he's picked up over the years that's allowed him to help deliver projects on time and on budget. James has extensive construction industry experience and previously held document management positions at DPR Construction, where he was a document control manager. Projects he managed there included the UCSF Medical Center at Mission Bay in San Francisco, and he also helped manage a large confidential project for an international software and hardware developer based in Cupertino, California. And before that, James was a project accountant at DPR as well. Okay, before we start, I'd like to quickly cover just a few housekeeping items. We'll keep everyone in mute mode today so everyone can hear James better. But we would like this to be as interactive as possible. So please use the question tab on your GoToWebinar control panel to ask any questions you might have. The GoToWebinar control panel should be on the right-hand side of your screen. And if you have multiple windows open, it may be buried underneath there. So look for that if you do have questions. After James's live demonstration of SKYSITE, we'll get to your questions, first come, first served. And with that, I'm going to start with a short 4-slide presentation on the background of SKYSITE. And folks, I should note, if you do have any questions or you would like to try the product, you can go to skysite.com and download a free trial. And if you do engage with that trial, you can call our customer support team at 844-SKYSITE. Operators are standing by to help you out. So ARC Document Solutions has a customer base of almost 100,000 customers of architects, engineers, construction firms, and facilities operators and managers. And one of the things they always came back to us as we helped them with their document control is a key challenge they had was making sure that in the execution stage, everyone was building from the current set of documents. Huge challenge, as everyone on this call knows. And typically what they ended up using was multiple products to help manage that. And products like Box and Dropbox, consumer-based products that weren't up to the challenges of construction document workflow. So this is where ARC decided that we'd develop a product for our customer base called SKYSITE. And what it allows you to do is deliver your projects on time and within budget, ensure that your entire project team always works from the latest set. And this is critical. SKYSITE automatically synchronizes your critical construction documents between the cloud and your team's desktops and tablets, either when they're in your office or in the field. SKYSITE helps you to efficiently manage RFIs, photos, and punch lists in a single app and a single login. And it allows you to one-click share your projects, folders, files, blueprints, photos, bid packages, and more. And while you're in the field, your construction managers can easily mark up drawings and red lines. So this is what we saw in our customer base, the typical challenge. They were using multiple products to manage a very complex workflow. And the impact of that was wasteful redundancies, multiple data re-entry, the potential for mistakes in that re-entry, the multiple file formats that were called. Having your project manager or project engineer deal with these uploads and collaboration was very time-consuming and expensive. And for those who weren't technology savvy, they were having trouble using these products. And it required continuous training if you wanted a large part of the team to use the product. So with SKYSITE, we think we solved the problem. What we did was create a product that deploys a single construction industry-specific solution that unifies your workflow as you work it now. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's easy to use, and in mobile capacity, it allows you to communicate faster on changes to your project. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to James. But again, I would reiterate that if you would like to try a free trial, go to skysite.com, or again, call our customer support team to make sure that any unique workflow situations you have, you can run by them and see if SKYSITE is right for you. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to James for a live demonstration of SKYSITE.
Thanks, John. And also because ARC has a footprint here in the U.S., we have about 170 stores. Each store actually has a SKYSITE expert. So if there's any questions that you have that we did not address today, you can call the 800 number or call your sales rep, or if you're at one of our locations, just have them do a quick demo for you. So SKYSITE, we actually do have three components. So we have the cloud components, cloud-based, and then we have the tablet application, and we have the desktop sync application. So working for a big project, it was always having to, trying to put everything in one repository. It's always been a challenge. So in SKYSITE, we are making that as one repository. So a lot of times when I would get design documents, all of the 3D files goes to one repository, and then I have to put it in a cloud solution. And then I have to put it in another cloud solution for the tablet users, because the tablet applications that's mainly available in the market right now are just tablet apps. The only limitation on file types are system files, executable files, and zip files. And also, you put it on one location, and then you have accessibility to it on your desktop via the desktop sync here. You can download it right from our website, and also it's available on the tablet. So let me go ahead and sign in to my account here. All right, so when you sign in, we've kept it very clean. So you have your favorites projects, and then you have all of the projects here that all of your internal users have created. So we're the silo that everybody's working on. So here, I'm able to see everybody's project. So not everybody, if they create a project, they're not working in their own silo, because I'm able to see all of that. Same thing with what I do. Everything that I do, they'll be able to see. So here, if I go into my settings here, so anybody that's internal to your company, I would recommend to put them in here so that you have visibility to all of the projects that they are creating. And also, we have this this branding capability. So it's free of charge. You add your brand logo here, and it will place the logo up here where we have the SKYSITE logo. Also, all communications coming out of SKYSITE will have your logo, and if you do use the RFI component, that will also have the logo. So also, we had a new release. So SKYSITE is a product that we're continuously developing. So we are pushing all of the smaller updates to get pushed out right away. But what we try to do is we try to have two major updates, within a year. So we just have one minor update on February 8th. And what we added was here, if we go into settings, first of all, we do have for the punch list and the RFI, you can actually customize some attributes. So we've captured all of the fields that's already something that you would see on an RFI form. But if there is something that you'd want to track for your project, you can add them here as a custom attribute. So this is an extra field that all of the users, they have the option to fill out that form, so that later on you can filter by that attribute. So here, this is something new, the preference. So a lot of our customers are used to the alphanumeric sorting, because that's how, if you are using an internal server or even on your local server, everything sorts in alphanumerical, because that's just how Windows and other operating system works. But and also other cloud solutions, that's how they sort all of the documents. But here we have the ordinal number. So the ordinal number is actually a great way to manage your drawing set, because a lot of times in the construction industry, you want your cover to be the first one on your set, and also you want the drawing index to be the next one after that. So Here, let me go into a project where I actually do have some documents, and let's take a look at that ordinal number. So if I go into my latest document here, so you can see here, the cover is the first thing that I have on my drawing set. So this is something that's very, very unique to SKYSITE, because you are able to have that capability to push that drawing number all the way and then followed by the drawing index all the way at the beginning of the list. All right, so now let's step back here a little bit. So SKYSITE, it has an open folder structure. So if you already have a folder structure that you are using for your company, you can put that in SKYSITE. Just know that when you're creating a folder, by default, it's included into the latest document, and it will create a link onto the latest document. So if you are uploading other files in SKYSITE that's not drawings or specs, I strongly recommend that you exclude it from your latest document. Also, if you don't have, let's say, if you are still trying to figure out your folder structure, definitely, call us and we'll kind of guide you. As you know, ARC, we've been in the AEC space for a long time managing construction documents, so we can provide some options for you and some solutions as well. So here, the latest document is when you're uploading anything on your project, when you create the folder, it will, as long as it's noted includes the latest document, it will put it into the latest document. So literally, these are just links to all of the different folders that's here on the left-hand side. So let me switch to my list view here. So here, as you can see here, so this have one revision, this having 4 revisions, and if I go to the revision history, I can see that the latest version is coming from the construction documents. So also SKYSITE, when you're uploading your documents, it will, after you upload it, it will go into the publishing phase, and that's where you can associate all of the different information. So the sheet number, the sheet name, and also the revision information. So SKYSITE versions by the revision date. So here, we are layering all of the revision based on the revision date. So this revision information should really be matching your revision block on your drawing. So let's say for this project that I have as a sample, if I uncovered any documents that are dated 2011, if I upload into SKYSITE and I associate that it's dated 2011, it will go before the conceptual design drawing here. So also here, if you see all of the red pens here, so that indicates that drawing has some markups. So if I go onto that drawing, so this one having 21 markups, so I'm able to see all of the markups with just one click of a button. So all of this, the markups, the hyperlinks, punch lists, RFIs, and photos, these are layers that we add on to the drawing. So this is the viewer that we created in SKYSITE. So this is developed by ARC. It's not something that we outsource to anyone. And these are separate layers, so you can have multiple people working on the same sheet, and once they hit save, all of their annotations are saved. So here, everything is timestamped as well. So you don't have to worry about overwriting someone else's work or having to waiting for someone to actually close the drawing before you save your what you're doing. So here, if I need to see, so I have all of my punch, it's all displayed here. The photos are also on here, so I can see the photo here. And so a lot of the project participants, they don't really want to see all of this markups. A lot of the city inspectors and the farmers, so they just want to see the clean drawing. So here, on a click of a button, I'm able to clear all of that. And then creating markup, it's as easy as just hit the create markup. These are your markup tools, and then these are some of the project management applications that we do have, which I will show you when I show you the iPad. On the iPad, you have more functionality as you have access to the camera and also access to the voice recorder. So, all right. So here we have the first RFI. So as I mentioned before earlier, we did have a big change over on February 8th, what we did was we added all of this download button for all of the, regardless of the status of the RFIs, we've added that download button. So also, if I let me click on this RFI. So also, we now have the reassign button. So if this is, let's say, from the subcontractor going to the GC, and the GC doesn't have the answer and needs to send that to the architect, so CC is just hitting reassign and selecting a new recipient or assignee for that RFI. So in SKYSITE, you can add, since we don't have limitations on what you can upload except for the system files and executable and zip files, you can attach any files to your RFI. So some of the system out there only allows for PDF. So here your design team can attach an Excel or a DWG right from the RFI module. Also here we have the download button, and I mentioned before that if you do change the branding in SKYSITE, that it will change the branding here on the RFI. So also in SKYSITE, if you have any attachment that are PDF, it will insert it after the cover page. So a lot of the project management application out there, you still have to download all of the PDF attachment, print the nice RFI cover, and then compile it into on your native PDF app. So here we're doing that in right from the SKYSITE app. So also we have the punch list. So this allows you to create stamp. And also one thing that we've let me just search this for let's say search for status. So I want to see all of the completed ones. Just search. One thing that we've added on the 8th of February is this generate report. So obviously the export to CSV, that's really great. You can export all of the columns. So you'll also see this on the RFI. So if you do need to have an RFI log, which is just a simple log or a document log, you have the capability to export it to an Excel. But this generate report on the RFI, what it actually does is it creates a nice report. All of the shows you where it's actually located, and it also shows you the image. So this is something new, and obviously any other file type that's added onto the punch list that's not an image will just be listed as an attachment. So here there's an MP3 attachment here, so that won't be displayed. But the image is something that we added. So as you can see, all of the communication thread is included on this report. So also here, if you are at the main, since I talked about the ordinal number, if you are at the main page on your project page, this manage file order is where you can change that you can move your documents up and down. So here, let's say if I don't want to cover all the way at the top, I can just hit move down so that the first one will be the drawing index. So that's how you manage your ordinal, and based on what you put on there, it will reflect on the tablet and also on anybody that's accessing your latest document. So as far as sharing your documents, so you can share it at a file level. So if you are inside a folder, you just hit the select button. You can select any file, and then you can send a link to those files. So that's probably like an easiest way to send individual files. So let's say if you want to send the entire folder, so you do have the capability to send a link for the entire folder. So here also we've made this mandatory field as requested by a lot of our users, and you can send right from SKYSITE, and SKYSITE will track all of the activity, or you can click copy and paste the link and send it to put it on your email. All right, the third option for sharing is here at the project level. So just be aware that when you are sharing at this level, they'll see everything that's inside the project. So here I have the capability to invite some participants onto my project. So the view only is really a view. It's a free viewer, so they just have to sign up for an account, and they don't have to pay anything. And just to view your project, they'll have the capability to view all of the contents of the project. They have access to the tablet, also on the desktop sync. They won't have access to the project management component. And if you do need them to have access to the project document component, you do need to invite them with edit privileges. And also here with the edit privileges, they can upload files to they can add content to your project. So just think about how, like if you're a GC working with your subcontractors, you don't want them to have to email the files to you so that you can upload into SKYSITE. You can give them edit permission so that they can upload straight to SKYSITE. And for the architects, all of your consultants, just give them edit rights so that they can upload all of those documents in SKYSITE. And everything that's happening in SKYSITE is being tracked. As you can see here, it identifies that since my last login, on my activity here, there's 7 activities. So if I click on it, so it shows everything that that's happening. So these are all of the activities that we are capturing in SKYSITE, and this is also why we encourage everybody to send all of the links from SKYSITE, because it will show here when you do send links. So somewhere here that will show send links, and also if everybody going in and out of the project, it's all being captured. So here's the send link. So, and I can see what version of the file that was actually sent, or what version of the folder. So this again can be exportable, and so great. So if you want to know if your project participants are even looking at your documents, this is actually how you can prove that if they are doing anything to your documents. So now let me transition to my iPad here. All right, iPad application. So our app is available on the App Store now. So if you already have an account, please do use the iPad app, because this really is a great way to use on the field instead of carrying a set of a roll of drawing. So here we have same UI. Almost we've tried to get the UI as simple as possible. So you have your favorites, my projects, and all of your shared projects. And if you need to move any of the projects, sync it locally to your machine, all you have to do is drag it to the left, and it will give you some syncing options. So if you want all of the files and folders, meaning all the iterations of the documents will be downloaded, or if you're trying to save space on your latest documents on your iPad, you can just download the latest documents. Also, this thumbnails that we actually created. So it will download the thumbnails of all of the folders and files within the project. So this is actually great for a lot of times. The safety manager doesn't really need the latest document, but they will need access to the safety files, like all of the SDS sheets and all of the safety forms. So this is a great way for them to download those folders and files on their machine. So also, once it's downloaded onto your tablet, everything that happens on the cloud, it will prompt you if there's any changes. So when you're going inside a project, it will prompt you. So as you can see here, it's prompting me that Troy Taylor at 10:50 today actually did some changes into SKYSITE. So you can skip the update, or you can right now I'm just going to skip it, or you can update it. So once it's downloaded on your local machine, on your local tablet, you don't need to have wireless connection or data connection. Everything is loaded to your machine. So here, if I'm working on this sheet, so we have the PDF loaded right onto the tablet. So same functionality. So I have all of the different layers that we have here, just like we have on our cloud viewer. And also I have all of my markup tools here. So taking a picture is as easy as using this tool here. So let me just go ahead and place a picture here. It'll act as the camera. All right. We just point and shoot. All right. Okay. So one thing that I do recommend for everyone, and this is just from experience of dealing with project photos, where you have hundreds and hundreds of photos at the end of your project and there's no way to search it. What we've done here is adding some metadata to the photo. So here we'll just put TV stand. So later on, let's say when someone else is trying to search for this photo, they have some. It will come up on a search. So a picture of a door is, if you have 800 doors on your project, it'll be hard to find a specific picture. So all right. So also here we have the punch list, and again, just tap on it and tap anywhere on the sheet. And also, this is where one of our customers actually said to us that they don't want to have their superintendent to type the entire thing. So we thought it was a great idea to add a recording, and with the capability of the tablet have recording audio, you can start recording your audio, and once you hit send to on your punch list, it will come as an MP3, so that's playable on any desktop machine. So that's one of the great things that we've added onto SKYSITE, and that came from our customer. Also here, one of the new features that we added is this print functionality. So a lot of times your field crews have were issued an iPad but not given a computer, and they have no way of printing from their iPad. So here we do have the capability to print right from the iPad. So as you can see here, it's identifying all of the printers that are wireless on my network here in Walnut Creek. So also, if you are going to be in the AGC, please do come to our booth, because we are going to be demoing the print functionality along with HP. Right, John?
Correct.
All right. So now let me switch to the last component that we have. And actually, before I switch to that, again, the desktop sync, it's available here on our. You can download it right from our website. And what it does is for all of the Windows users, so it's always running in the background. So it's as easy as selecting a project that you want to download to your machine. And here I have the capability to, if I want the entire project, I can just click on that. If I want latest document, again, if you want specific documents, you have the capability to select what downloads onto your local machine. And once it's local to your machine, it's a lot easier to work. If you are using any cloud repository right now, you probably know that it's a little bit hard to have to open multiple files. And also, when you are some of the cloud solution out there, they have two-way syncing, that when you delete something on your desktop, it will delete it from the cloud. So here, here I have the capability to open multiple files at the same time, and also use the native application. So if you have an Excel file here, you can just open it in Excel. And also, one thing that we've added is that, let's say if somebody accidentally deletes a file. So on Windows, it's easy to delete files out of a folder. If you hit the delete key, it automatically deletes it. Doesn't even give you a prompt. Or if you move it out of your out of the folder, it deletes it out of that project. So here, as you can see, it's already identifying that I don't have a complete set here, so that it will try to repopulate all of the sheets that are missing on my desktop. So for the GC, this is a great way to kind of make sure that all of your entire team, your subcontractors and everyone else, is on the same page as you are, because they have the complete set of documentation. Also, for anything that you do in SKYSITE, let's say the hyperlinks, or if you are because the hyperlinks that we've also implemented in SKYSITE are relative paths, so it works on our viewer on the cloud, it also works on the tablet, and it will also work on the local machine. As long as you're not breaking the relative path, it will work. So all right. So here, this file this one right here has some hyperlinks, and here I can easily jump to those page. So it's that easy. And also, all of this, just like on our cloud viewer and tablet viewers, we are keeping everything as a separate layer. So if you don't want to see all of the markups, there you go. It removes all the marks. You don't want to see all of the hyperlinks. You have the capability to uncheck it and just view the PDF as is. Also, just think about how easy would it be to close out on SKYSITE. At the end of your project, it's a matter of just copying the entire project onto a flash drive if you need to deliver it to the owner. And so it's that simple to close out in SkySite. Given that, like everything is syncing to your machine and everyone is putting all of the documents in SkySite, it's closing a project will be a breeze. So, all right, so folks, we have more functionalities, and I know that we kind of just breezed through a lot of the functionality of SkySite. So we do, recommend that if you have more questions about SkySite, that you call the 800 number or get in touch with the local sales rep for your area.
Thanks, James. That was great. And again, just to repeat what James said, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of features in this product. And in 30 minutes, we could only show you sort of a taste of how we help general contractors and subcontractors, and especially trade contractors, with our product. And with that, I'm going to jump on to, we have a couple of questions. The first one, James, is how do you purchase SkySite? Is there a month or year contract? How does that work?
So it's a month-to-month. It's a month-to-month, so you don't need to lock in for, and commit yourself to a yearly contract or like 3 years, or some of the applications out there even ask you to lock in for 5 years. So SkySite is a month-to-month, pay-as-you-go type of application.
Great, thanks, James. I also sent out the pricing schedule that you can see on our website at skysite.com. So if you have any questions, you can go directly to the website. Another question, James, I think is when you don't take, the question is, what is the easiest way to add photos to a gallery from a hard drive? I guess when you're not taking photos on site.
Oh, yes, yeah, absolutely. So, so we understand that there are still some folks that are using digital camera, and obviously the digital camera are always going to be, we'll have a higher resolution. We'll probably have, a better quality as well. So for any of the desktop users, if they want to upload to SkySite, it's just a matter of uploading the photo right from the gallery. So here you have the capability to grab it from your local machine. Again, once you publish it, I do recommend that you do, let's say here, let me just edit my access, to add some attributes. So especially if you are working on a big project, that all of this metadata that you add on now will help your project team later on when, hopefully, if the project doesn't go into litigation, but that will help your, everyone else that's doing e-discovery down the road.
Great, thanks, James. And one last question is the question came in, is this just limited to Apple? And maybe you can talk about what devices SkySite works on.
Yeah, so for Apple devices, we have the SkySite tablet app, and also we have the SkySite camera app. And for Android, we do have the SkySite, the full version of the application on the Android tablets. So right now, those are the system that we are supporting.
Great, thanks, James. And it looks like those are the last of the questions that we have. I'd like to thank everyone in the audience for attending today. We at ARC, the developer of SkySite, appreciate your time and attention. And, if I haven't said it once or 5 times in this webinar, please, we want to make it easy for you to try the product out. So if you get a chance, if you haven't done it yet, go to our website and create an account. And you can have 30 days to see, again, if SkySite is right for you. And during that time, again, we have a great customer success team that can answer any questions you have, to see if this is right for you. So, James, thank you for your demonstration.
Thanks, John.
And folks, again, thank you for attending, and have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, everyone.